Hey guys, welcome back for the Saturday night beer review. So I'm finally getting around to doing a video of my Wakatu Saison. Sorry about the delay, I was a little bit busy during the week. So it's been in the keg for 3 weeks. I've just poured a glass off, clearing up nicely there. Hopefully you can see my fingers through the background. Nice light straw colour, and it's holding on to a nice little cap on the top there. And looking really nice in the Forgotten 43 glass there. So before we dive in, just a big shout out and thank you to Dan who sent me the yeast for this beer. So Dan sent me some Parfait Saison yeast that he originally got from Bootleg Biology, a company in the States. So thank you very much for that, Dan. So I was pretty keen to try out the yeast and see if I could create a semi-decent Saison using it. I was really impressed with the Saison that Dan sent me using the same yeast. So yeah, hopefully I've done the yeast justice. So before we dive in, I'll just quickly go over the grain bill, etc. So yeah, Wakatu Saison, keg just shy of 3 weeks, came out at 5.9%, finished at 1005, so fairly low. So the grain bill is 80% Pilsner, 10% Vienna, 10% wheat, and the Wakatu I use some for bittering. I can't remember the IBUs off the top of my head, but I'll put them on the screen. I think it was around 20. So yeah, some Wakatu for bittering, and then the rest as a hop stand. Didn't dry hop at all. And then of course use the Parfait Saison yeast. So yeah, cheers guys. I hope your week's going well and things are going well for you in general. We'll get a nose on the beer. So straight away, getting that classic sort of farmhouse Saison aroma. It's a nice sort of spicy, slight pepper, a little bit of clove aroma coming off the top. Trying to pick up the Wakatu on the nose, which is meant to have sort of floral, slight sort of lime characters. Maybe getting a bit of floral, but not really getting the lime on the nose. But the actual aroma is really inviting, so that's a good sign. So, cheers, guys. We'll dive in. Going for another mouthful. So first up, tastes very nice. A lot of the things I was picking up on the nose are coming through on the flavour. There's maybe a little hint of citrus there, but very subtle. Yeah, once again getting that nice sort of floral, bit of spice, slight clove. Quite effervescent on the tongue. Sort of tried to carb a little bit higher than some of my other beers. Yeah, touch of bitterness up front, and then it's got a nice sort of smooth. Finishes quite dry. I think I said it finished at 1005, so you get a nice little dry back end to it. Yeah, unlike if you're familiar with wheat beers, you don't really get the banana on the nose or in the flavour like in a Hefe. So this is more sort of spicy, sort of clove driven characters. But very nice, quite clean as well. Even though it's got those esters from the yeast, it's quite a clean tasting beer. very drinkable, especially at 5.9%. I'm not really picking up that alcohol at all. Yeah, that wheat's just given it a little sort of touch of creaminess in the mouthfeel, but also just helping it hold onto the head, just a little head, but it's sort of sticking around. Even though I carved it up quite highly, I'm not picking up too much carbonation streaming up. But overall, I'm very, very happy with that. I probably consider this my first proper Saison in terms of using a really good Saison yeast, a liquid yeast. Yeah, really good summer beer. We're sort of well out of summer now, we're into autumn, but it's still sort of hitting the spot. Very drinkable. Would have been nicer if I'd brewed this a little bit earlier, just to enjoy it when the weather's a little bit warmer. But yeah, all around I'm very, very happy with the result. So thank you very much, Dan, for sending the yeast, and thank you for you guys watching this video. Not really much else to tell you. Yeah, just simple recipe. The yeast is really the star of the show. That's giving all the characters, the esters, a lot of the flavour is coming from the yeast itself. The Wakatu, I think it's really just giving a background of some sort of light floral and just a sort of hint of citrus. Could have done a lot more and added a lot more to it, but I wanted to yeah, just keep it nice and simple. Sort of an uncomplicated Saison, and from that sort of point of view, I think yeah, very, very happy with that. So that's pretty much me done, guys. Thank you for watching. So my next beer I'm planning on, now we're in autumn, I'm gonna maybe look at an English bitter, maybe special bitter. I'm looking at a couple of recipes at the moment, so yeah, I'll try and do a brew day. Even maybe this weekend if I can get my act together. So stay tuned for that. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Drink good beer. Hopefully you're doing some homebrew at home and you're enjoying it. Take care, and we will catch you in the next video. Cheers guys, over and out.